Hello everybody, Chris Samartage, Brotherhood of Light Show Current YouTube channel, and this beginning of the year, end of the year recap on the Allman Betts Family Revival Tour. I just finished 19 dates, 19 cities in 25 days across the United States, the month of December. So let's check it out. So here's the show, 2024 Allman Betts Family Revival Tour, honoring the Allman Brothers musical catalog. In other words, we went on tour and we played 100% Allman Brothers music throughout the whole tour with a bunch of different guest stars, which we'll get into, and the Allman Betts Band. So let's go to the next one. Okay, 2024 Allman Betts Family Revival Tour featuring Devin Allman and Dwayne Betts. They put this thing together, and Devin Allman is Greg Allman's son, and Dwayne Betts is Dickie Betts' son, and they basically run the tour and honor their father's music. So kudos to them. They hire me to come out and do it, and I used to work with their dads, both of them. So I am honored to be on the tour with these guys. They're great, and they're doing a great job. So at the core of the tour, featuring the Allman Betts Band as the Family Revival House Band. And there they are up on the left. That's the band we tour with in the summer as the Allman Betts Band, and they are the basic backbone of this tour. And then we have all these guests, which we're going to hit in the next presentation coming up here. So 2024 Allman Betts Family Revival Tour featuring 17 guest stars throughout the tour. And here's just a little example of a few different people that play with us. Slash played in Nashville. We had Sierra Hull come in New York, and a couple other venues, including Nashville. We had Robert Randolph throughout the whole tour, and then Grace Bauer was in St. Louis, Kansas City, the Fillmore, and Nashville. So we've had, these are just some of the more contemporary stars that sat in or toured with us. So 2024 Allman Betts Family Revival Tour featuring the Brotherhood of Light Show, which is my light show. And as you can see at the Capitol Theater in Port Chester, we have the screen behind the band in the center of the stage, and then the venue projects on the walls, and I was able to do the same projection I do behind the band on each wall, mirrored of each other, and you can see it looks really cool. I'm doing liquids during one of the songs. I believe it was Nobody Knows is the song. So it was really cool, man. It looked great at this venue. It was amazing being able to project on the walls of the venue and also on the back screen. 2024 Allman Betts Family Revival Tour, New York through Nashville through San Francisco Fillmore. So it's a shot of the Fillmore. We played at the Ryman, and we also played the Beacon Theater, which is a classic Allman Brothers venue. And there's Dwayne and the band doing Jessica at the Fillmore sold out show, and we were doing really great across the country. Everybody wants us back next year for the revival. It's a tour that happens in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, right around Greg Allman's birthday and Dickie Betts' birthday. So we kind of honor them and their catalog. Okay, featuring Allman Betts as the Allman Betts Band as the Family Revival House Band. And here they are with my light show in the background. And the two I'm going to talk about is the drummer on the left, John Lum on the drum, and Justin Corrigan on the bass down there on the left. I'm going to mention everybody else. There's Devin and Dwayne in the center, Johnny Stachla on the right, Alex Orbison, and John Ginty in the middle on the keyboard. Okay, so here is some of the other guests. This is Sierra Green, and she did Please Call Home, which is one of Greg's great ballads. And she just did a great job, kind of gave it her own taste, but it still sounded a lot like the arrangement of Greg Allman. And I did the beautiful kind of moonlight, moody light show along with it, which you can check out on YouTube on the Fillmore show. There's a really good example of it I just watched. So there's a lot of great stuff on YouTube of this show live. Okay, so this is also other couple guests, and Dave Gomez, or David Gomez, doing his saxophone solo during Please Call Home. And there he is. I believe that is in Reno. And then we also had G Love, who's up here on the left, as one of the guests. Okay, we have Lamar Williams Jr., who is the son of the second bass player in the Allman Brothers, Lamar Williams. And we have Anders Osborne, who is a songwriter and played a lot of stuff down in New Orleans, and also played with Phil Lesh and Friends for like 5 years at Terrapin Crossroads. And he did Ramblin' Man, and Lamar would do Good Clean Fun, and also he would do Trouble No More. So, great singer. So we had some ladies in the house. Lindsay Lou sat in for Southbound. And we had Maggie Rose singing with Devin Allman, doing the These Days song, which is a Jackson Browne song, and Greg also covered it a lot, his father. They do a really great kind of acoustic rendition. So the hits just keep coming, and Jackie Green covered Melissa, and I do a motif with the sunsets and the beautiful ocean and a beautiful woman walking through the sand and waves of the beautiful ocean landscape. And Jackie Green did a great job. He also would play keyboards and did some lead guitar stuff on a few songs. He also used to work with Phil Lesh and Friends for many years, so he's really accomplished. He also played guitar for the Black Crowes. So, great guest to have on the tour. We've had him for quite a few years now. Okay, we got Jake Shimaruker, I hope I pronounced that right, and Robert Randolph. And Jake was a ukulele player that Devin met in Australia and invited him on the tour, and he just shredded. He was great. A crowd favorite, and of course Robert Randolph just played all kinds of crazy stuff on that Robert Randolph pedal steel guitar, and just would add to a lot of lead solos during the jammy songs, and once again a crowd favorite. And we had Larry McRae doing Soulshine, and he would jam with Grace Bauer a couple times, and then also Grace Bauer sat in on Whippin' Post and Dreams, and there's a shot of her with the light show in the background of Dreams, and there's Larry playing Soulshine. So I had the pleasure of traveling with Larry on the bus, and what a great guy he is. Really had a great time hanging out with him and talking the blues. Okay, one of our notable guests, Slash from Guns N' Roses. And there he is at the Ryman with Johnny Stachla jamming out on Dreams. And there's Cody Dickerson also sitting in with us. He was throughout the complete tour as a second drummer. Him and Alex would share the drum seat on the second set. So there's Slash. He shredded. He did 3 songs at the end of the show, which we'll get into later. Okay, here is Cody Dickerson playing Dreams, and Alec Orbison playing 7 Turns. So there's the 2 second drummers, and of course we had John Lum was the main drummer, who sat out through every song. Just sat in and played through every song. Okay, here is Dreams, the light show with Devin Allman and Robert Randolph jamming out. And that was always one of the big jam psychedelic moments of the show. 12 to 15 minute versions of the song, and just awesome. Really, I was able to go crazy and do some wild projection for that particular song. Okay, we got Nate Gilberg and Maddie Shelley at the Ryman on stage. And Maddie Shelley played with us for 3 different shows. And she would do Come and Go Blues, and I was able to break out some of my old Allman Brothers stuff that I did with them back in the day and mix with her. And she's one of the great vocalists. One of my favorite vocalists on the tour. She just got such an awesome voice and just really belted out there. Okay, we're starting to round out the guests here, and we had Jimmy Hall, who pretty much was on the whole tour. Had to go to a wedding or a funeral or something and missed a show or two. But and then we also have Luther Dickerson, who's the brother of Cody Dickerson for the Mississippi All-Stars, and he played the first 2/3 of the tour with us. And there's Jimmy Hall. He would do Statesboro Blues, No One Left to Run With, and Whippin' Post. And this is the end of the show, Whippin' Post, and he just belts it out. So this shot's from Denver, and we're doing No One Left to Run With. And I just thought it was a cool shot with a giant screen and the 16K projector that we used towards the end of the tour, which was really bright and beautiful with my new screen, and I thought it looked great. And there's pretty much the whole cast of the Allman Betts Band with Jake and with Johnny Stachla and John Ginty and Cody, and John Lum is there, and also we have Jimmy Hall on vocal. Okay, we got Ramblin' Man going back to Macon on Highway 41. And we got Jackie Green singing and playing guitar on it with Dwayne Betts. And then we've got John Ginty on the Hammond B, the musical director. There he is up on the top left here. And he is, John and I are quite similar. We're both avid Allman Brother people that know the music and know the band. I do their authentic, obviously I did their light show for 25 years, so I bring their light show to the table for this event. And John can play pretty much any of Greg's licks, and then he sometimes starts with, like in Liz Reed, starts with Greg solo, but then takes it to a completely different place and then brings it back to Greg's solo. And he has got some amazing keyboard solos. When he takes off, look out, it's fucking ride. And he's a great guy, and him and I will exclusively tour with the Allman Betts Band or the Family Revival. And we leave our gear at the warehouse with Devin Allman at his headquarters. And we're kind of really similar in our professionalism and the way we like to do this show with these guys. All right, this is Dwayne Betts during Whippin' Post when he's breaking down the guitar solo, twisting it and making it kind of groan and moan on stage. And I'm breaking it down with the Psychedelic Light Show liquids, which are moving slowly and breaking apart on the screen. And this was taken in Denver, and it's one of my favorite shots of the tour. So here we are at the Ryman Theater in Nashville, which is one of the famous theaters in the United States, and we're doing Dreams, and Slash comes on at the end of the show for the last 3 songs. He plays Trouble No More, Dreams, and Whippin' Post. So this is with Devin and Slash just jamming it out, and my light show's just ripping as usual. Okay, we got Dwayne and Jimmy Hall and Slash out there burning it up on Whippin' Post. And as you can see, we've got the major liquid light show going on, and we're just jamming out really hard, and Slash is just ripping a solo, and you can see it on his solo on YouTube. It's pretty amazing. He's just playing his ass off. So this shot is during Jessica doing a liquid tunnel with all kinds of graphic mixed in as they're just wailing along. And there I am on the right, brother Chris Samartage, a Brotherhood of Light show at the Beacon Theater mixing, and Craig, the guitar tech, took that picture of me and in the background is the beacon, and you can see my projector up top projecting, and the lights hitting the band down below. So that's a little insight to what my rig looks like on stage. And here's a couple more shots of Devin during Dreams and Dwayne during Don't Want You No More. And I just want to honor those guys because they put this whole thing together, and it's just a fantastic tour to be part of. And I want to mention that there's no click tracks, there's no overdubbing, there's no roll-in tracks of any sort. These guys are all playing and singing their instruments live every night. So thank God we still have real musicians and real music out there being performed live for the audience. And my light show is basically the same way. I am jamming live with these guys. Okay, the guy directly to my left here on the screen is Vertrell. He did a lot of the photographs you see on this show. There's also other photographers. Jay Blakesberg did some, and then there's on the left is Martin Lewis. I've got him there. He's the manager of the tour. And there's Devin and Dwayne and Cody Dickerson, and then there's the guys all up top, and the girls, which I mentioned earlier. That's at the Fillmore. So here's the Revival crew. We got John Ginty on the bottom left. We got Nate Gilbert, front of house sound man. We got James on lights. We got Brett on the up there on the right with the orange background as the drum and stage management tech. And then we've got Tyler and Craig as the two guitar techs and bass techs. And then, of course, me over there as the light show projection guy. And then Ginty is one of the musicians, but he's also one of the crew, and I wanted to mention him. There he is. He sets up that Hammond B, and he's also a Roland guy, is a Roland keyboard. I use Roland mixers, so got a lot in common when it comes to doing shows and being professional. But he likes to set up his own gear, and he models it after Greg Allman's sound. Okay, there's the Allman Betts Family Revival tour poster on the left, and here is the Midnight Rider going down the road at midnight, and it's just all hands on deck, and we've got the whole tour out there singing, background vocals, harmonies, percussion, keyboards, 3 guys on keyboard, pretty crazy. John Lum on the drum there on the left, and actually 2 techs on the right, so it's great. Robert Randolph, everybody's there, and Devin and Dwayne are singing Midnight Rider. So I'm gonna leave you with the set list, and it's gonna be up on the screen for a minute or two if you want to check it out. I know a lot of people like to take pictures of the set list when they come to the show. They come in my lighting booth if I'm in front of house and want pictures of it. So I'm going to leave you with the 2 sets from the Capitol Theater, which is kind of like your average show, and a picture of the laminate from the tour. So I'm signing off. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Subscribe to Brotherhood of Light Show Current, and hopefully be back this summer with the Allman Betts tour, and then band tour, and then we'll also be doing, hopefully, a family revival next year across the country again. So signing off. Thanks, everybody.